the middle of the park as Smith feeds it for Cronk from just outside the 40. Kick anyway, bounces away here from Waiselli. He watched a long time. Wonga arrived on the scene, and they will say no knock on by Waiselli. It was Wonga, according to the referees, who got there first with a touch, and luckily for Parramatta, they come up with it.
Lucky Waiselli was standing exactly where he was. He had to come forward to make the ball. It was a horrible bounce for him. Cisa Wonga still on the ground over there. Big shot there from Adam Blair. He comes off second best. The bounce didn't favour Waiselli, and oh, that's a big collision between the two wingers. That has to hurt. Oh, Waiselli and Wonga. But he's to his feet. He's back in the defensive line as Parramatta through Casey Maguire. Steps around Cameron Smith. And Smith comes again. Gee, they needed some metres because this is tackle 5. They had gone absolutely nowhere. Hanging to pressure.
Oh boy, and he got knocked to the ground here by Robbie Rocco, kicking from inside the 40. Has he come up with a 40-20? They'll say it won't matter. There'll be a penalty against the Melbourne Storm. Remembering what happened in the first half when Cooper Cronk was knocked to the ground. And this is really no different to what we saw in the first half, please.
Well, I can't believe some of the decisions I've seen tonight.
Oh. Again, it looks worse in slow motion. At normal speed, you're right, there was no difference between that shot and the one that was put on Cooper Cronk. If you're not going to force a player to attempt a proper tackle once, well, you can't change your mind halfway through a game.
The referees need to get together and work out their interpretation as far as contact on kickers is concerned, because by trying to loosen the interpretation, there is suddenly a massive difference in opinion between the whistleblowers from one game to the next. Here is Hindmarsh playing as it comes from Keating. It goes to Hayne. He changes direction, puts the brakes on, still going. Now there's a chance. Wonga under pressure, 2-on-1. They slid from the inside to even up the numbers. And Smith will play it about 4 metres out from the Melbourne line. Keating, he goes to Maguire. Here's Moy. Melbourne desperately trying to hang on. 6-0 the penalties in this second half to the Eels. Here's Hayne, back on the inside for Hindmarsh.
Great tackle, Bromwich, I think it was.
You're correct. Hindmarsh plays it a couple of metres away. Keating, he goes to Hayne. A long ball. Nielsen comes up and shuts it down. O'Hanlon dies with it, and that'll be the changeover.
Great defence. Great defence from the inside from Jesse Bromwich, and then it was great defence from Wonga and Nielsen. They pushed forward and they stopped the momentum of Parramatta. That's a great set defensively when you're under pressure.
Now Proctor. I'm sure the Melbourne Storm fans watching live on Fox Sports will be saying that is justice. The Parramatta Eels didn't score in that set of 6. Disparity in the interpretation on the knocking down of the kicker.
Gee, he's a good player, this young Bromwich.
Got good footwork, hasn't he?
When he carries the football, late footwork at the line.
Speaking of footwork at the line, Cronk offering a little bit there. Smith getting to dummy half in a hurry and kicking it away from Luke Bird. We go down to Chris Hicks. The chase from Melbourne. Here's a good one. Champion is there and stops him at his own 10. See what they can offer defensively here in this set of 6. Parramatta did it tough at this end the last time they were here. Oro to play it. Slowly at that. He goes to Manor. Good run from the front rower. Desperately get him onto his back and just about succeed in doing it. Trying to find his hands and knees and does exactly that. Keating. Ball coming to the short side. Something of a chance there, but here they are up against the sideline on the last play. No pressure though on Hayne this time. Almost a casual kick of the ball, but it sailed 60 metres just about through the air. And Billy Slater it is who will bring it back. Just over 7 minutes remaining. The 2 points remains the difference. Another cracking game on Monday Night Footy. Wonga playing. He goes back to Warner. Big three that have helped drag them back into the game. What have they got to offer here? Siren gets closer all the time. Midfield position. Perhaps a chance for a Cronk and Slater special. Here is Smith. Play number 5, Bromwich again. Getting his nose through the line, grabbed only just by Boimoy. Last play, here is Cronk. They chased out, put some pressure on him, and as a result, the kick wasn't a great one. It went straight to Waiselli.
Taniela Lasalo, the player to put pressure on Cronk, and it was rewarded because Cronk couldn't get a good kick away. It certainly earned the Eels at least 10 metres.
High march. Works it up to Cronk and also Proctor. The completion rate has been tremendous again here tonight, Parramatta. 33-39, helped out by a big penalty count in their favour as Lasalo will play it back near the halfway line. Keating gives it to Moy. Good run. Look at him and bend them. And towards Walno and also Smith. It's a slow play the ball though. Once again he gets up looking at a hand or some fingers. Hayne slides one down there to Slater. Got it off the boot. Hayne was coming down looking for a shot on Billy Slater. There's some history between them.
There was. He put the footwork on Hayne. Just enough to see Hayne go flying past.
There is one. Been involved in a couple of very awkward collisions tonight. Now a
slow
penalty.
One there, you get up.
Well, still a lopsided penalty count, 10-4 favouring Parramatta, but that is an important one for the Melbourne Storm. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. Ben Smith had his arms wrapped around Wanga. I can understand Ben Smith. I think he had his arms jammed in around. There's the penalty, 6-1. That's the first of the second half for the Melbourne Storm. But what great position they're in on the 30.
I don't know if you had the stopwatch out, counting some of these tackles and comparing them. I don't know that one was any worse than plenty we've seen tonight. Hinchcliffe got a nice ball from Smith. And he'll play it about 5 metres out. He gets some attention on the ground there from Burt. Smith out of dummy half. Melbourne searching for the lead. 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Walno just about losing it.
Gee, they're short on the right, Parramatta.
That's where Smith goes to Melbourne's left. Blair charging at them, gives it to Nielsen. Melbourne have waited until the 76th minute, but they have themselves a lead.
Well, they were always short out there, Parramatta. They were slow to react and no one pushed from the inside. You can see the Melbourne Storm had a couple of decoy runners out there. Maurice Blair, 2 front rowers going through. Maurice Blair just gets on the outside of Casey Maguire, which forced a legs tackle, which allowed him to offload the ball. And Nielsen hit the hole and was able to cross the line. Terrific play, Maurice Blair.
Gee, they've shown some great championship qualities, the Melbourne Storm. At 18-0, I was prepared to write them off. I shouldn't have doubted them. Not after what they've shown us this year and what they've shown us in their short history. They will fight to the end. They will compete for the 80. And they will find something when you think they have nothing there, nothing left to give. Somehow, some way, they find energy. The crowd's stunned. This is a remarkable comeback from Melbourne. And it will rank as one of their greatest, one of their finest, if they, in fact, can go on and hang on for the next 3 minutes.
You mentioned the crowd being stunned. I hope none of them decide to leave, given what we've seen in recent times. Cameron Smith beside the left upright to make it a 4-point lead. You can never write a team off while they're within 6, as we saw last week. With the Raiders from behind as the siren sounded just about against the Dragons. Cameron Smith, he gets the flags up in the air, 22-18. And Luke Burt about to supply a short kickoff for Parramatta.
Stay inside!
We'll see if they can get the tap back that they need. It goes beyond the 40 quite comfortably. Knocked forward by Melbourne. They will say offside are the Melbourne Storm, and there you go. Parramatta get the ball back.
Oh, just the result they wanted, the Eels. Terrific kick there from Luke Bird. A touch from a Melbourne Storm player into the hands of Rocco.
Here come Parramatta. They've led all game, now they trail by 4. Keating, he goes to Allgood. Melbourne, they were celebrating like they'd wrapped it up when Nielsen scored. It's a different scenario right now. Here's Maguire going to the right-hand side. O'Hanlon stepping away from Hinchcliffe. He'll back his way down within 10 of the Storm line. They've used up 3 plays. Keating goes to Moi. Will take one towards the uprights. Straight towards Smith and also Woolno. Hayne to the left-hand side. That's where they'll go. At first receiver, he gives it off to Lasalo. A simple play. And Melbourne had plenty of numbers there. One last chance, perhaps their last chance of the game for Parramatta. Keating kicking, knocked down by Cooper Cronk. They will say...
There's a knock on. We're going out for a scrum.
He has knocked the ball on. And Parramatta will get the scrum feed. And they'll stop the clock inside 60 seconds remaining.
Wow, that's a big call. Matt Keating going down the short side. There's Cronk.
Where does he knock it on? Dragging it back to his body? Is that what he's saying?
You know, they'd be... Jared Hayne was standing on the right. Matt Keating needed to get a result on that one because Hayne was positioning himself to kick to Sisawanga out on the out on the left-hand side. Matt Keating would have had a couple of nervous seconds there.
If it comes down to one last play, wait to see if that's their roll of the dice.
Mate, there's still time off. There is still time off. Let the ball in.
As Maguire. The clock certainly was ticking, despite what Tony De La Serra said. Here is Smith. Slater up in the front line. Nielsen, the try-scoring hero, grabs him with some help from Wonga underneath. 30 seconds remaining. Here is Waiselli. Maguire goes to Allgood. Some precious seconds ticked by against Parramatta. And the ball was knocked out of the halfback's hands. Keating goes to Hayne. He floats to the line. A ball that hits the deck. Picked up here by Horrow. But nothing is doing for him. And we're inside 10 seconds. Here it is. Hayne at first receiver. He will kick it. He juggles it. All the pressure on Sisawanga. They go up for it. And Wonga knocks it out of play. And Melbourne have the minor premiership within their grasp. What a win against Parramatta, 22 points to 18.